Hello, everybody, and welcome to Honey Badger Radio. My name is Brian. I'm here with Allison, and this is Maintaining Frame number 174. I am the law. I figured that's what you were making a reference to when you gave me that title.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, but also the insanity in this video that we're going to be covering today.
Yes.
Have you watched it yet, Brian?
No, I have not. I saw it going around. I saw a lot of people talking about it, giving their 2 cents. But I hadn't watched it.
Essentially, Rhode Island Special Assistant Devon Flanagan was told to leave the premises. I don't know what happened prior to her being told to leave.
Yeah, I got a summary right here if you want me to read it.
Oh, go ahead. Then say it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen the video, but this is the story as I know it. So on August 14th, Devon Hogan Flanagan, a special assistant attorney general in Rhode Island, was arrested for willful trespassing outside of the Clarke Cooke House restaurant in Newport. The incident, captured on police body camera footage, began when officers responded around 9:51 p.m. to reports of a, quote, unwanted party, end quote, at the restaurant, with indications that alcohol was involved. Flanagan and her friend Veronica Hannon were asked to leave the premises, but refused, leading to their arrests. In the footage, Flanagan repeatedly demanded that officers turn off their body cameras, claiming it was a protocol for a citizen's request, which was incorrect. Rhode Island's body camera policy allows deactivation only for victims or witnesses, not suspects. So, yeah.
Wow. Which, honestly, they probably shouldn't allow either. Let's be frank.
For suspects?
Not for victims or for anybody involved.
Because you mean like they shouldn't leave cameras?
They shouldn't allow people to just request that the cameras get turned off.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Not for anyone. Because the thing is that this is the police's line of defense against false accusations. Sorry, Void Cat is just on a tear today. She got sick, and I'm not sure why. Maybe another vet appointment is in order. And now she has just decided that she wants to go crazy and absorb my time and throw things off of things, as cats do. But hopefully she'll be okay. I mean, she certainly is energetic, so it might just be a cat thing. Periodically, they just feel like they need to purge, and as cat owners know. But yeah, so sorry for the cat-based shenanigans in the background. But yeah, this is I don't think they should be able to. I don't think there should be a situation in which anybody should be able to request the police stop filming, because that is their defense against false accusations. And if you don't let them have a defense, then because honestly, and this is going to sound like I'm defending the police, and I think they deserve some defense considering how much they have to deal with. But like that, we have this the general public. I don't think we have as much trust in the police as in the past. So that's a situation for at least the good officers being much more exposed to false accusations, and it just keeps everybody honest, right?
Well, I was going to say, I think it's good for everybody, though.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's my opinion on that. Let's get. Shall I do the things? Sorry, Void Cat.
Go ahead and do the things, and then we'll get into this.
All right. So if you would like to send us a message, you can do so at feedthebadger.com/justthetip at any time. That's feedthebadger.com/justthetip. And if you would like to support the show, feedthebadger.com/support. Feedthebadger.com/support. And these are in the low bar as well. And I don't know, did you put the meeting stuff up so that they can see that?
I can do that now. I did it before the show started, but
okay, great.
Go ahead and...
Yeah, and also we are doing a meetup in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, September 13th of this year. So love to see you there. If you're interested, please either go to feedthebadger.com/events to get more information, or RSVP at feedthebadger.com. That's badger@feedthebadger.com. Everything is in the low bar if you're interested, so check it out there. All right, so shall we just get into the video?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. Let me just get us ready. So this is a post on X shared by Colin Rugg. So I guess we'll just let the video speak for itself.
I want you to turn your body cam off. Protocol is that you turn it off. If a citizen requests it to turn it off, she's a lawyer.
So they want you guys to leave?
Yes, we're gonna.
Let's just leave. Let's just make it easy, okay?
We're gonna make it easy. That's not.
I am. Okay. I'm her
That's
husband.
not the point. Can you look at me?
Yeah, we'll talk over here, okay?
Your protocol is.
Can we all talk? Can we all talk? We'll talk over here. They want you to leave.
Protocol is.
Let me
Sure,
tell
Eric.
you how we do this.
Yes, let me
Which
tell
one
you
of them
your
is it? Is it the woman in the pink? Is that Flanagan?
Just a sec. Let me take a look.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, the throwing things off was strategic because what she was throwing off was her treats, and I hadn't properly tightened the lid, so I had to pick up a whole bunch just now off the floor. Very clever. Very clever.
Yeah.
Clever girl. All right. Yep. That's her. Belligerent,
Okay.
drunk. But the thing is that I wanted to talk about is watch what happens with the guy.
The husband?
Is he a husband?
He said he was her husband in the video.
Yeah.
I'll go back. Let's go back and listen again.
Yeah, let's listen again.
I want you to turn your body cam off. Protocol is that you turn it off. If a citizen requests it to turn it off, she's a lawyer.
So they want you guys to leave?
Yes, we're gonna.
Let's just leave. Let's just make it easy, okay?
We're gonna make it easy. That's not.
I am. Okay. I'm her husband.
So he's her husband, I think. He's pointing to this girl.
So essentially the restaurant has requested they leave.
Yep.
Probably because they were engaged in a ruckus of some kind or description.
They were being disruptive in some way. Yeah.
Yeah. And now the police have been called because apparently they were refusing to leave the premises. And the police are attempting to get them to leave. And we believe the one in pink is the assistant attorney general.
Special assistant attorney general in Rhode Island. Yes.
Yeah. Devon Flanagan. And then the one in the white is her friend from college, and the man is her very unfortunate husband.
Yeah.
So let's
it's always embarrassing. You know, we watch Lindsay and I like to watch over dinner. We watch these body cam videos on YouTube. There's a lot of them. And there are really a lot of videos with like women being crazy and the police having to step, and they're a lot of fun. They could be good for reactions. Just saying, there's a lot of good meat on those bones. For the lulls, though, mostly people being belligerent, and not all. You know, there's a lot of rednecks, like you know, hicks and stuff, but not really. There's also a lot of like city people, you know, immigrants, like kids that party hard, like college girls, stuff like that too. So anyway,
Can you look at me?
Yeah, we'll talk over here, okay?
Your protocol is.
Can we all talk? Can we all talk? We'll talk over here. They want you to leave.
Your protocol is.
Can we talk?
I like that this guy's like trying to be reasonable. Like, okay, let's all go somewhere and talk. And she's like, your protocol is this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, you're not a victim.
Who's she to you? What's that?
You're the suspect of causing a ruckus.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
All right. This is a special assistant to a district attorney. Right?
Yep.
This is such childish behavior. Like this is something that maybe like I don't think that women going to college should engage in behavior like this. Like, but of course they do.
Yeah.
Right? And the other problem is that maybe I don't know if I've seen a special assistant to a attorney general who is male doing this kind of thing. I don't even know. I think that sort of smacks of an avocado toast job. So,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm smelling the
It
avocado.
does. Yeah, it sounds like
Here.
a job where there's pickleball in the office.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm not so sure what's going on with that, but yeah, that's she certainly isn't behaving in a way befitting the dignity of the office, shall we say.
Mhm.
All right, let's
right.
but yeah, her husband's trying to in some ways, but then in other ways not. In other ways, he is definitely an enabler, and we'll get to that. So let's listen to a bit more.
All right.
Do you want him trespass?
Anything we can do. Trespass, yeah. I just need
Trespass, get him out.
Yeah, please. It's the only way.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Do we want to chat?
I know that your protocol is.
So you're trespass, or we
So drunk.
How much do you want to be in
We're
there?
not trespassing. You haven't notified us.
He's ripped, dude.
Yeah, we're not
Pretty wasted.
trespassing.
I know that. When they start talking like that. Oh
Yeah.
my God. And they get nasally and the bird hands come out. She is drunk.
And belligerent.
So we're
So,
trespassing. Number
what
one.
did
Number
I just
two.
say to you? You're
You're
trespass.
number
Let's go.
one. Number one.
I
Number
don't-
You didn't inform me. You didn't
What?
inform me of the charges against me. Trespass, go. I just informed you. Oh God, she's rules lawyering the hell out of this situation. Okay,
Okay.
let's see.
Hold on. I'm just checking something. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Number two
So let's
is
leave.
that
We gotta go. We
your
gotta go.
protocol
Let's
is
go.
to
Let's
delete
go.
them down for 1 second. Is if we
Yeah.
ask you to
I
turn
don't
the
want.
body
I don't
cam
want to
off.
deal with this.
No, because you're not a
You
victim.
don't want to deal with it, but the
Let's go.
protocol is, and your protocol is if I ask you to turn off the body cam, you have to turn it off, and that's your protocol.
Does she just automatically consider herself a victim?
Well,
She's a lawyer, so she knows. Look at that smile. We
Oh,
got him.
that's like okay. This. I hope she ends up with some kind of suspension because this is
Yeah.
an abuse of her office. Really, like okay. Well, I mean, it gets a little bit worse, but let's keep going.
All right.
lawyer stuff, so that's not true. So we gotta go.
No, it is. That's law.
I'm an
What you
AG.
think?
I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a shit. Let's go.
You're not an attorney general.
Let's go.
Excuse-
We're leaving.
Please don't,
We're leaving.
please don't put your hands on us.
Can you get your
There's the police, and you're not obeying.
What?
Well, they're the police, and they're not obeying the police. They're giving them an order. They're saying you are trespassing. Leave. Don't put
She's a
your hands
lawyer.
on.
She's a lawyer.
She's a
He's
lawyer.
like, I don't
No,
give a
she's not
fuck.
just a lawyer.
He
She's a
said he doesn't
super
give a
lawyer.
fuck.
She's the
Yeah.
attorney general.
She is not.
No, she's a special assistant.
She's a special
eternal-
assistant, Journey. That's like,
Is she gonna get hit with impersonating an attorney general? No.
yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Impersonating an attorney? No, probably not.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on, you're waiting there are two full-grown women and mothers.
Oh, okay. Go back a bit. This is one of the things that I thought was really relevant to what we have to say.
Okay.
We'll just be
Right
quiet
here?
as we listen. Listen to what the cop says,
All right.
and then listen to what the husband says.
Okay.
Children out of here. Like, I don't know why.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's go.
Let's go.
No.
Let's go. Come on, you're waiting there are two full-grown.
Oh no, you have to go back further, about 30 seconds. Yeah. Okay, a little bit further. Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Protocol is if I ask you to turn off the body cam, you have to turn it off, and that's your protocol.
She's a f***ing lawyer, so she knows.
Well, that's lawyer stuff, so that's not true. So we gotta go.
No, it is. That's law.
I'm an
What you
AG.
think?
I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a shit. Let's go. We're going. Let's go.
Excuse.
We're leaving.
Please don't.
We're leaving.
Please don't put your hands on us.
Can you get your children out of here? Like, I don't know.
Did you see what you? Okay, stop. Did you hear what the police said? He turned to the man, the husband, and said, "Could you get your children out of here?"
Were you talking about these ladies?
Yes, yes, of course.
I wasn't sure if there were actually children around, but I
No,
didn't
there are
catch
no
that.
children. Then he's referring to these women. He's saying
Yeah.
to the dude, "Can you get your children out of here?" And I hear this a lot when cops are dealing with couples and the woman is completely out of control. They'll turn to the
Yeah.
guy and they'll be like, "Can you get your woman under control?" And you
Yeah.
know, it's like some of it is not very, 'cause what control do these men really have over these women, right?
Mhm.
Often, like, what are they actually going to do? But I think a
Yeah.
part of it is the cop is going to the person who's related to the one who's causing the trouble and seeing if they can reason with the one who's reasonable to try to get the other one under control, out of the hopes that, I don't know, their affection or their familiarity with their husband or their boyfriend will cause them to actually listen to them. Good luck
Yeah.
with that. But I just find that interesting. It's that I see that so often, that the cops treat the man in the situation as the reasonable party to try to get the women under control. And I'm guessing that it's because cops are actually responding to something that does in fact exist, an issue that does in fact exist, which is like that, which is that men in these situations are presenting themselves as more reasonable. They're less likely to start this is always with women. Well, not always, but to start this kind of dominance fight, like swinging their weight around and trying to say, "Oh, you don't have any control over me." Men in these circumstances, I've watched a lot of this body footage, which incidentally, if you want to abuse yourself of the notion that women are sugar and spice and everything nice, watch cop body cam footage, because some of it's horrifying and what women do. And but it's just interesting that this is I never see a cop go over to a woman and say, "Hey, can you get your man under control?" Usually because I never really see that happening. But also, I don't think that there's that expectation that women take responsibility for men's behavior in the way that there's an expectation that men take responsibility for women's behavior. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out because I thought it's relevant to our interests. But also it's relevant to the whole cops under the boot of feminists have made men take responsibility for being abused by women. So, I mean, I think that ties in there. But so the cop has said, can you get rid, or can you do something about your children, right? To the husband. And let's listen to what the husband says.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's
No.
go. Come on, they're two full-grown women and mothers of children.
There are two full-grown women. Like, is he like white knighting now?
Yes.
You don't call them that.
You do not call them
they're
children.
drunk and belligerent and childish, and they're arguing with police and disrupting this bistro and these people that are trying to have a decent meal, a succulent Chinese meal, but they're grown women.
They're
Nice try, guy.
Yeah, nice try. Yeah, unfortunately, this went viral for all to see. But
He's doing that for her. He's like, look, I talked to the guy. I told him.
Leave her alone. She's a grown woman. Parking lot
He's
Batman.
that guy secretly parking lot Batman. We just don't know it yet.
He's parking lot Bruce Wayne.
Yes, parking lot Bruce Wayne.
Oh man. For those of you who don't know, parking lot Batman was he was part of a
Get your hands off her.
Get your hands. And
he was talking like that. It was like the old Christian Bale Batman.
Some woman was going completely bonkers, and some other dude was trying to restrain her. And parking lot Batman schleps in from the shadows and says, "Get your hands off her!
Don't put your hands on her! One of me!"
But yeah, that was a long time ago. But yeah, this is the new iteration of parking lot Batman. The cops say, "Could you get rid of your children?" And the man says, "They're two grown adults. They have children. They're mothers with children." Oh God, that's terrifying. And the fact that he says they're mothers with children, I'm guessing that he's not the father of any of them.
I don't know. Okay, let's keep going.
The mother of my child.
You're just being detained. You're just being detained.
I'm an AG.
No, you're not. You're a special assistant.
What are you probable cause to detain me for?
You're being detained because you're not leaving.
You're probably responsible for the AG's avocado toast.
Okay.
Relax. Sir, she's not doing anything wrong.
AG.
She's not leaving.
I'm an AG.
She's an
AG.
Buddy, you're not. She's not being arrested. Let's go.
I'm not being arrested. You're putting me in cuffs.
Why isn't she being arrested, sir?
Hmm?
Why isn't she being arrested? She's been requested to leave. She's trespassed. You have come. Why aren't you arresting her at this point?
Yeah.
Like, why is she not being charged? Seriously.
Or with
I
what?
mean, a man probably would have been tased by now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I'm an AG.
Her badge is in the car. You want to go get a badge?
Let me tell you something. You're
Buddy,
arrested.
get the hell out of here. Buddy, just seriously.
You're arrested an AG. Let me tell you something.
Are you on arrest right
There was another guy that stepped up and tried to, what was that, like parking lot robbing?
Arrested. You're putting me in cuffs. I'm not being
now?
arrested.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I'm an AG.
Her badge is in the car. You want to go get a badge?
Yeah, you want me to get her badge? Holy accreditation, Batman. Let me go get her badge from the car. Prove her innocence, and then they'll let her go so she can continue to be belligerent. That doesn't matter, bro. That doesn't matter. All right, anyway.
Buddy, get the hell out of here. Buddy, just seriously.
You're arrested an AG. Let me tell you something.
Are you on arrest right now? No.
You're putting me in handcuffs and you're Mirandizing. You're not Mirandizing me.
Mirandizing me?
You mean there were Miranda rights reading the amount? I think they're just detaining her temporarily. That's all.
Yeah, maybe they're just moving her down.
I mean, like
street.
the establishment, the restaurant, they probably just wanted her gone off the premises.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
does anybody know if she's an AG? She keeps saying it, but no, she's
no,
not.
she's not.
She is a special assistant attorney
assistant.
general. Special
God
assistant.
knows what.
She is the assistant to the attorney, a special assistant. So that might even be an assistant to the assistant attorney general. Like she waters the plants.
Or she fetches
in the office.
avocado toast. Yeah.
Yeah. She has one of those fake made up jobs that all the women get.
All right, let's keep going.
Buddy, you're gonna regret this.
Yeah.
You're gonna regret it.
She was in mid-sentence, slams the door. You're gonna regret this. What is that? I'll be back. What?
My flying monkeys.
That's like some villain shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the Kingpin. Okay.
This is the villain origin story.
I'll be on the streets tomorrow. You'll rule the
Captain
day.
AG. No. What would be a good villain name for her?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
What's her name? Flanagan?
Flanagan.
Devon. Is that a girl's name? All right.
It probably
Anyway.
is now.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. It continues. God, that is one annoyed cop.
Hands off
Okay,
me.
we will get the license.
She's getting
No.
No. We'll get the license.
Get out of here. Get back. Get back right now.
Get detained.
No, No.
Come on, this has got to be resisting.
But I know, but like she doesn't really have a chance. So it's like, what is this? Just like a show of what? Defiance? Like,
Okay, so she was arrested, apparently.
yeah. Facing charges of willful trespass, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. So there were charges. Although I don't know that if they would have just left when the cop showed up, I guarantee you the restaurant probably wouldn't have pressed charges. They would have just been like, okay, you're just gone now, because the paperwork is a pain in the ass if you run a business to do that. But now the state's gonna basically, follow up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and of course, I doubt that she's going to be suspended from her job for this absolute level of bullshit.
yep.
Yeah, this is yeah, so she good. She's actually being charged for something. So she has been arrested.
Yeah, cuffs.
Yep. Right here. I'm right here. It's okay.
All right, stuff in the car.
Here. No, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Come on, Dave.
No.
What is she, like an escape artist? She got out of the handcuffs? Wow.
Mhm.
That's not good though. That's not good. I don't know where do these women think that they can just do this shit? Like, it's crazy.
All right.
Dave, I'm right here.
Yeah, get the big ones out.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Well, now she's doing the I'm scared shit.
Yeah.
No, please don't do this to my friend.
I'm right here.
No.
Right
No.
here.
Dave.
I'm right here.
Dave.
I'm right here.
No. Dave.
Relax.
No.
Relax.
What's wrong with you?
Relax.
We don't want to put you in handcuffs. Let's go. Let's go.
No. Dave.
Listen, you're overreacting.
You're adding charges.
overreacting.
No.
Because they're used to throwing a tantrum and getting their way.
Yeah. You're overreacting. I think there's something in the manifesto about that, like that you can't tell women to calm down because
So many microaggressions in this. So many microaggressions.
Yeah, this is just chock full of sexism. I wonder if there isn't going to be a movement that comes out of this. I'm telling you, this is the way
I'm
out.
the A. It's be like Spartacus.
Another
I'm the
hashtag
AG.
is going to come out. You know, yeah,
I'm the AG. How dare you?
yeah. Hashtag we are all the AG.
Yeah.
All women are the AG now. Well, they're all going to be feeling this. I've been there. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Please take my hands out. Please take your handcuffs. No, please
You're
take
overreacting. You didn't have to have this happen. Get in the car.
No. Babe, no!
I got you, DJ.
I'm right here.
Get in the car. Guys, just put her in.
No!
Get back. Get back, bro.
In the car. Get in the car.
Get your feet in the car.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Wow, this is amazing. And she's getting angry at her husband for not, I guess, like throwing his life away, fighting off the police so that she doesn't get arrested for like for these misdemeanors. She wants him to escalate. This is crazy. You see that, right? When she screams, babe, 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 she's saying, why aren't you doing anything to save me? Why aren't you putting your life at risk right now?
Yeah.
That's what she's saying, right? That's the crazy thing that I'm seeing here. And of course, he's like, I'm right here. Like, he doesn't know what to do. Like, he probably thinks he should do something. Otherwise, he's going to, like, you know, catch it later. But obviously, she's in the wrong. And so instead, he just says, I'm right here. It's cool. Do you hear my voice? You know, like that. I think that's just desperation. He's this guy's fucked, bro. You need to get out of there now, homie. Okay, but anyway.
Get your feet in the car.
Get your feet in the fucking car.
Dan!
Hey, I'm right here.
No! Dave! Dave!
Ugh.
Get your feet in the car.
Who the fuck are...
Get
Don't
your
touch
feet
me!
in the car. You're a grown adult. You're acting like a kid.
Dan!
Hey, right here. I'm right here.
No! Who the f*** are you? This is so
You're
inappropriate! You're overreacting! Dan!
This is so inappropriate, guys.
Holy cow.
Good Lord.
Oh my God.
And they went through a whole bunch
This
of
is
that.
what happens when you create the most safe society for women, and then they run into some adversity or just consequences for their own behavior, and they are not prepared. Like, they have no idea how to behave. This is insane.
And the adversity is just treating other human beings like they exist.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they go through a whole bunch of stuff like, I'm afraid. And so they're constructing a threat narrative around this arrest, that it's some horrible oppression of them. when it's just basically like they made this worse than it had to be. At any point in time, they could have just de-escalated. And this is a freaking special assistant to a district attorney who has absolutely no de-escalation skills. Of course, she's that drunk. But again, if you are an adult, get that drunk in your own home. You know, don't take it out into the public.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that drunk. Like, she is responsible for getting herself that drunk. She's way too
100%.
old for shenanigans like this. And then escalating and escalating and escalating. And when the cops went to her husband and said, "Could you move your children?" Instead of the husband saying, "You're absolutely right, sir," grabbing those two women and dragging them down the street if necessary, he defended their honor by saying they're two grown women. Well, they certainly aren't acting like it. And you could have actually saved them some serious issues, like charges, going to jail for resisting arrest, by simply saying, "Yeah, you're right, your officer, they're acting like children," and telling her and then moving her along. I mean, he's not really responsible for her in any capacity, but instead he white knights her and enables her. And enables that whole narrative in which she is the victim of how these cops are treating her. They're disrespecting the AG. Like, did you see that? And that's not just not taking responsibility for her behavior and saying, "Okay, I think you've had enough, honey. Let's just walk down the street away from the people who want you to leave them alone." Instead of doing that, he actually rubber stamps. He validates her feelings of persecution by saying, "Oh yeah, they shouldn't have said this is a grown woman. You are disrespecting her. You're disrespecting her, man." Like, I'm an AG.
There's some good memes here.
And she
It was always the
escalated
women, and above all the
everything.
young ones, who are the most bigoted adherents of the party, the swallowers of slogans, the amateur spies.
The AGs. I'm an AG. Oh, good grief. But yeah, she escalated at every stage. Every step of this, she escalated over and over and over again. Like,
Yeah.
And she is now the face of the Rhode Island Attorney General problem. Yeah, probably a problem. Attorney General office, because this went viral. And although she's going to be charged, she's probably not going to spend any time in jail. She's probably just going to do community service. And I don't think she's going to be suspended from her job for this behavior, this public behavior. Pretty sure a man would be, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
At least suspended, and put on some kind of probation pending alcohol, like going to some drug rehabilitation or something. Like, he wouldn't be getting away with this to this degree. In fact, I'm pretty sure at one point that it'd be that kind of behavior. He would be restrained much more forcibly and possibly tased. Like, this is, and again, all she did was escalate like a child. All she did was throw her weight around. All she did was play out her ego and demand respect. And her husband was enabling that behavior, enabling it. Instead of telling her, "You're going too far, you're embarrassing yourself," that might actually get through to a woman. You are embarrassing yourself, right? Nobody wants to see your ass right now. We're just going to walk away like adults from this establishment has asked us to leave. If he had done that, he might have spared her all of this. Instead, he enabled her. And it's not, like I said, it's not on him. Or is it? Because he's simping.
Well, it's no, I don't think it should be his responsibility, but he is taking it on. And I think, I don't know.
Well,
I
he
think
took on some responsibility. Like he took on
What?
the responsibility of making it worse by enabling her sense of disrespect.
Yeah, no, I get it. I would have been like, we're leaving, but
Yeah.
I don't think that this is I don't think this guy wears the pants. And I know that like that's what I think anyway. These people are probably pretty like shitty to him, where they run everything. It's like Bridezilla's.
Yeah.
I know objectively it isn't his responsibility, but I'm saying that these guys take this on. They make it their problem. So, but they shouldn't. Like he shouldn't be doing that, but he is doing that.
Well, okay. What he is doing is enabling her.
Yeah.
Right? And that enabling is making the situation worse. It's not entirely his fault because it's, you know, it's on her that she's spiraling into this nonsense, but he is giving her a springboard to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe after the fact, he's saying, "Oh, you were disrespected. They didn't give you the respect you were due as a woman and an AG, you know, that kind of thing."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't imagine the dynamics in these kinds of relationships, but all right. So that was that. Because I'm feeling really not very well. I figured we'd do like a little bit of a condensed
Short one.
show. Yeah, short one. A little chode of a show for the
I
AG.
have something else that's also short that we could react
Okay,
to. Really
sure.
quick.
We could look at that then.
All right, so I want to show you this because I think this is pretty great. This was shared by the Tin Men, and this is okay. Anna Kasparian, who, you know, some people might say she's on a redemption arc. I don't really know. I got a super chat from Derek Workman. Thank you, Derek. He says, "I am betting she abuses him for $10." Yeah, I was thinking that he might be like a henpecked husband or something. But anyway, this is Anna Kasparian, and she's talking to Joe Rogan. And this might cause some rage, but I want you guys to listen to this. I'm not going to spoil anything.
I think that men's rights activists do have really good points when it comes to the prosecution of men versus women. I mean, if you look specifically at pedophilia, right? Or if you look at a male teacher in his 30s having sex with a 14 or 15-year-old student versus a female teacher in her 30s having sex with like a 14 or 15-year-old male student, I know you're going to disagree with me. You're going to be like, well, yeah, the boy wanted it. The boy wanted it. I know.
No, I'm going to disagree with you because it's not possible. This is what I mean. I have a joke about it.
Oh, good. How? Okay.
But a grown woman.
Yeah, see, no, he made a joke about it, Allison. That means it's not possible. Jokes is basically data.
World.
But let's
I'm on Anna Kasparian's side here.
Yes, I am too. Yes.
What is this world? Where are we?
But Joe's always been wrong about this shit. He's always been wrong about it. He doesn't ever like. There's a reason why he ended up never getting Karen on. Like for a while, Karen was going to be on there, but no. But let's listen because he says, "Look, I told a joke about it. That's basically data." Let's hear what he says.
I have a joke about it. A man can molest a 14-year-old girl, but a grown woman can't really molest a 14-year-old boy. She can only let him fuck her. And it's not the same. Like the boy's going to be okay. He really is. I mean, he'll be a little confused at first.
Do you think that double standard in our justice system is
Can we stop? Please? No, the boy is not going to be okay. All right. And I hate that people say this. And I have to always appeal to this statistic or this study. It's a longitudinal study on abused boys, sexually abused boys, and who ended up to go on to become a predator of other. And when you're a kid, you tend to prey on other kids, right? The single biggest causal factor for an abused boy to go on to abuse others. I'm doing the bird hands. I'm really sorry, guys. I need to do that. What's the Trump hands? What's the Trump hands?
Like this, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
That's what they say. I wouldn't say that, but that's what they say.
That's what they say. Okay. I'll try to do the Trump hands instead of the bird hands. Maybe the bird hands is like it's coming out of my X chromosome. I don't know.
Or you can you can do the Italian hands. You can just like, like that.
The jazz hands? Maybe not the jazz hands. Okay. So in the study, they followed boys who had been abused, and they found that the single biggest causal factor for going on to abuse others, and this is the biggest causal factor. That doesn't mean that every abused boy went to go on to abuse others. In fact, it was only 10%. The single biggest causal factor was having been sexually abused by an adult woman as a young teen. Exactly this scenario. So this is the scenario that is most likely to cause a young man to become a rapist of adult women or a predator of other people, right? So yes, this has a huge effect psychologically. And again, that's just a percentage. That's just 10% of the boys who are abused like that. The rest implode, like most men implode. They become suicidal. They go into drugs. They fail out of society, right? They have all kinds of symptoms of severe psychological trauma that cause them to have a great number of difficulties later on. So this is absolute bullshit that he's saying. He's talking from out his ass, and he hasn't done the research. And you're right, this is probably one reason why he didn't have Karen on, because Karen has done the research. So that is, and the funny thing is one of the creepiest stories I've ever seen related to this was a man was talking about sexual assault. It was on one of those threads where guys were talking about sexual assault and having been assaulted by women. I think it was on a Twitter thread, or it might have been no, it wasn't a Reddit thread. It was a Twitter thread. So it was more anonymous. And these men were having these testimonials about how it affected them. And then there was one guy who said, I don't think it affected me at all, except, one day I was at a party and I saw a woman passed out drunk in the coat room, and I had her pants down on around her ankles, and I was about to, because I was just really wanted to feel it, when another person stepped in and stopped, or I had to stop because I realized another person was walking in. He was about to rape a woman. He was not affected by having been, he said he wasn't affected by having been raped by an older woman when he was 14. And then he goes on to describe how that desire for that feeling that he had got him to almost to the point of raping a woman in a coat room until people walked in and interrupted him. And I'm like, that was one of the scariest things I've ever read on the net. This is what Rogan is signing off on. Does he have daughters? Does he care?
Yeah.
I mean, and the funny thing is that I have to frame it in this way. I think we should just care about boys who are sexually assaulted, because that's a horrible thing to do with boys. But I know people like that don't care about that.
No, you
People
have
like
to
Rogan,
frame it in a way
you have
that
to
says,
frame
look,
it in
if
a
we
way.
don't do this, it might hurt women. And that changes everything all of a sudden.
Yeah. Is he okay with
we can't do it
having
for its
more-
own sake. Yeah.
Is he okay with sacrificing his daughters to rapists in order to maintain his attitude that an adult woman raping a 14-year-old boy is meaningless? Like, if he wants to maintain that, then he's signing off on increasing the likelihood that his daughters will be raped. Like, I mean, you really have to think about the consequences of your actions here. If we're not going to take that seriously, then we're never going to actually address it with the seriousness. We're never going to do the interventions necessary to make sure that there isn't that progression from a boy being sexually abused. 10% of them, again, most boys who experience that implode, they don't explode, but there is a higher likelihood that they will go on to explode all over your daughters. Rogan, is that what you want for your life? Is that what you want people to know that you did? Like, that you advocated for?
Yep.
And it's just, okay. I can't believe I'm on Anna Kasparian's side. What is going on? Okay, let's keep going.
All right. I got a super chow. I don't know if there's more to the video. I'll play the rest of it. But Great Indoors gave us $25 and said, if you're doing some short stuff, here's some idiocy from my part of the world. You'll probably have to search for the image discussed, though, because I don't think it's in the article. And he sent me a news article, but I have to go in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, we
So
don't
I don't know
worry
if we're
about
gonna
it.
have time. We'll watch the rest of this Joe Rogan thing, but thank you for the suggestion.
A man is going to go to jail for a long time if he does that, but a woman doing the exact same thing doesn't face any.
No,
I mean, she will face consequences, but it won't be as severe.
I think there are double standards that make sense, and I think that's one of them. I think that double standard makes sense.
This makes no sense.
Look, there are double standards for sure.
You
but
would be comfortable with a 35-year-old female teacher?
if she was hot and I could take my son fishing and talk him through it for the weekend, like, look, dude, you met a freak, okay? It's not normal, you know,
What
keep
am I
away
gonna do
from
with this
her.
guy? That's hilarious.
Look, I'm being honest. I mean, I would say, look, don't marry that crazy bitch, but one day you'll be laughing about this. But right now, I know it's confusing as fuck. But it's just not, I just don't think it's the same. I don't think it's good, okay? I think she definitely should be fired. She probably should, you know, face jail time or something like that for fucking 14-year-olds. Obviously, she's a crazy person. But I don't think it's the same crime. I think it's a different crime. I think men having sex with young kids.
Yeah, this is, okay, I'm afraid this is the problem. This is the wedge that is destroying your society. Because if you do not recognize that female sexual violence is a problem, and it is a problem in the same way that male sexual violence is, women will always be able to use the specter of male sexual predation to subjugate you. Full stop. So I can show you the studies that indicate this is the case. You should not let older women prey on young boys, period. And this is not a good scenario. It's in fact, in some ways could be considered worse than the reverse. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to argue that. I think we should have legal equality, but girls do mature faster than boys. And as far as I know, there's no studies showing that if girls are sexually assaulted by adult men, they go on to sexually assault others. It may be the case that they do, but regardless, this is a problem, right? This is a serious problem. You know, rape isn't just about jumping out of the bushes. It's about violating a social contract that beings make with each other to respect each other's theory of mind. All right. And if we present this idea that men have these unique powers to destroy other people's theories of mind, they will always be under submission or suspicion. They will always be morally submissive to women and expected to be morally submissive to women. That's why feminists have an absolute iron fist control over this particular part of their narrative. The part around sexual assault. It's why when I bring up these statistics, they go absolutely bananas because they know that's where they got men by the balls. That's where they can lead them around wherever they want them to go. And as long as you buy into it, you are going to be subordinate to feminists. And feminists are going to rule your society, and they're going to make it into whatever mess they want to make it into. So Rogan can buy into this command narrative. And I see that when Ana Kasparian actually framed it in a way that he could relate to, suddenly he's like, oh yeah, I would blah, blah, blah.
I think it's crazy. I think she should be fired. Like if it was a dude though, you'd be saying, put him in the wood chipper feet first. This is not just rape. This is pedophilia on the part of fucking women that have power over these kids. Like I cover stories of teachers raping their students where they frame it as like an affair or something, but they're raping underage boys in school almost every week. I get stories of that, and no one treats it the same as if it was a man with young girls or other young boys for that matter. You know,
and the funny thing is that if you a study recently came across my desk that men, not Joe Rogan, but men generally, or younger men in particular, are actually considering sexual abuse of men and boys to be much more serious than they did like 30, 40 years ago. It's women who are considered like, so for example, in the 80s, if you asked a woman, is it bad for a woman to sexually abuse a man or a boy? They would say, nah, they would basically be Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has the same attitude as like a boomer woman from the 80s, right? It's okay. It's not the same.
Yeah, they think of like weird science and shit. Like, yeah.
He actually enjoyed it. Now, or no, actually,
American Pie.
Sorry, I actually got that all mixed up. Let me begin again, and I'll do the Trump hands. Okay, this is the corrected boomer women had a better attitude towards sexual abuse than millennial women do today. So they would regard it as a problem if a boy was sexually abused by an older woman, or if a man was abused by another man or a woman. And they would be less likely to see it in a situation while he enjoyed it, therefore it was justified. Millennial women, and maybe this is why there's this gigantic division between, or millennials, actually Zoomer women, there's this gigantic division between young men and young women right now. They think they are less likely to respect and have compassion for male victims of sexual assault. So they are more likely to think that he deserved it. He actually made it happen. These are younger women. They're more likely to justify sexual assault against men and think that he deserved it. And coincidentally, I don't know if you guys, I've talked about this quite a bit on the show. There's a millennial shift that it's not quite about the millennial generation, but the younger generation. The younger generation of women is actually engaging in sexual assault at like 3 to 4 times more, like forcible sexual assault, than the younger generation of men, and also previous generations of men and women. I mean, wrap your mind around that. And what a surprise that this generation of women is not only raping out there at phenomenal rates, they're also justifying their behavior at phenomenal rates. Their attitude has deteriorated. Women's attitude towards male victims of sexual assault has deteriorated over the last 50 years. And who has basically been controlling the narrative around sexual assault for the last 50 years? Yeah. So this is probably another thing we can lay at the hands or the feet of feminists. The absolute state of deterioration of women's understanding, appreciation, and compassion for male victims of sexual assault, to the point where they are now not only engaging in they are the rapiest generation in human history, guys. They're like freaking Congo levels of rapey, these young women. And they're all excusing it. They're all justifying it. And then the feminists turn around and say, well, why is this generation of men so misogynist? It's not misogynist. They're dealing with the worst generation of women that any human society has ever produced in terms of sexual violence. Wouldn't you get a little bit shirty? But anyway, his attitude, like Joe Rogan's attitude, is the same attitude as a millennial or a Zoomer woman towards male sexual assault victims. I wonder if he's married to one. He's got his wife's attitude, basically. All right.
There's only a little bit left in this clip, so let's hear the last 30 seconds.
Sure.
Gotta go.
I had a long rant.
And when you see some hot woman and she's that's some broken, crazy bitch. I mean, it's a different thing. And it's why is it so many of
crazy bitch having sex with your young, impressionable son could be a really, really bad idea?
Not really. But
Anna.
I think it could be a kind of bad thing.
It's amazing. Yeah, look, men and women are wired differently, but I still don't agree with that double standard in the justice system.
Okay. And honestly, we're not going to get anywhere as a species until we get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about it, and what does he think that every male...
why is it always like conditional that she be hot? Like, do you know how many like actually
You're playing it again. You're playing it again.
Oops, sorry. Do you know how many absolute ham beast fucking Sasquatch women are raping boys in schools? Is that do we change the rules for ugly women? Where do we draw the line? What counts as an ugly woman, Joe? This is stupid. This is stupid. Like it's just fucking follow the law and make it the same. That's all. Not like, hot chicks though, it doesn't count. That's stupid. You're a fucking moron with a massive podcast. I'm sorry. This really pisses me off because it's just like you said, Allison. This is why we get nowhere, because our intellectual dork web people are saying shit like this, and then people are like, wow, what a smart guy he is. Fucking retarded.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Joe Rogan is infuriating in some ways.
He's been infuriating for me for many years because he's always dismissed the men's movement. And I think it's because This is what he's scared because we'll fucking demolish him. Like whatever his supposed common sense stuff is, it's all gone. His whole bit, he won't even have a comedy show anymore because all of his jokes depend on him being able to shit on men, to be honest. So he would have nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, and it's funny because Anna Kasparian is actually further along than Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So she's more really men's rights. The fact that she's even defending us is astounding. Like, thank you. This is a very strange feeling that I'm having right now.
Well, Anna's like, you know, I don't trust her still, but she's been saying some okay stuff lately.
Yeah, so. You know what? I honestly, like, my personal opinion is this is going to offend some people. The only politics that really matter at the end of the day are the politics between men and women. And honestly, if you are going to go the Joe Rogan route, you are handing moral authority over to women. Okay. Because they will use feminists will use rape as a wedge issue to subjugate you. So enjoy the society that creates. And the thing is that I believe in the past, just judging from the attitudes changing, I think in the past we had a better attitude towards male victims of sexual assault. I mean, it was recognized in the Bible, for God's sake, you know, and male victims of sexual assault and false accusations, you know, and if boomer women had a better attitude towards male victims, obviously we're going in the wrong direction. And of course, the wrong direction is being steered by feminists. And then they blame patriarchy for what they themselves are doing. So if they're constructing a generation of young women who are engaging in the highest rates of sexual violence of any generation measured in history, and then also excusing that sexual violence, feminists will turn around and say, well, it's patriarchy that makes it okay for women to rape men. And that's not our fault. And also, it's terrible that these men who are subject to the rapiest generation of women in human history are getting a little bit pissed about it. Oh, well, that's just a backlash. Yeah, how justified is it that you have a freaking ideology that has caped for and minimized female rapists for the last 50 freaking years, and suddenly we have a generation of women who think it's okay and justify it when they engage in sexual violence against boys and men, and then the boys and men who they are violating are getting pissed, and then the feminists are like, oh, that's a backlash against feminism. Like, the whole narrative is absolutely bullshit. It's all crap from stem to stern. And then I would say that is a justified backlash. Like, if women's so-called liberation means they're liberated from not being expected to behave in a way that is respectful and not violating towards other people, no wonder nobody wants it anymore. Nobody, they want to go back to a system where women had controls on their behavior, so they weren't out and raping everyone. Like, and why did we ever think? Why did we just one day say, you know, the world will be a better place if women are held to no standard whatsoever, none whatsoever. Oh gosh, golly gee, that's what's keeping us from Mars. That's what's keeping us from world peace. We've been holding women to standards all this time, and if we don't, well, they'll just lead us into an era of unicorns and prosperity. No, they led us into an era of beatings and fucking rape. And also unchecked immigration. Good Lord. And could we have had like maybe liberation and not even liberation, maybe just greater responsibilities and recognizing that there were greater responsibilities, that these things are not just rights, they're responsibilities. Maybe that would have been better approach. Oh, good Lord. Okay. I think we should
wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right.
Okay.
So no more super chows.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead.
So if you wanna send us a message at any point after the show is over, feedthebadger.com/justthetip. And feedthebadger.com/support if you want to support the show. We are doing a meetup. Hopefully I can get everybody there. September 13th of this year in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. The stuff is in the low bar, and I'll hand it back to you, Brian. I'm not sure what else
All
we can
right.
beat this point into the dirt anymore.
Yeah, no, that's the end of that. All right. Well, if you guys like this video, please hit like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, hit the bell for notifications. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys think about what we discussed on the show today. And please, please, please share this video because sharing is caring. Thank you guys so much for coming on today's episode of Maintaining Frame. And we'll talk to you all in the next one.
Men's rights activists are machines, dude. Okay? They are literal machines. They are talking point machines. They are impossible to fucking deal with, especially if you have like a couple dudes who have good memory on top of that too. Holy shit, you're fucked.